Hey, this is Boulevard Broken and I'm making a tutorial for the module Boozlesnap. This module was made for the KTaNE Modding Jam, it's new and I wanted everybody to be able to enjoy it, so I'm making a tutorial for it. The way this module works, it's a card game that you play through the module, in which the players at the 4 cardinal directions will play cards with different information on them, and depending on the card below it, you will determine if the card is legal or not, and if the card is illegal, you will boot the player. Booting 3 players will solve the module, leaving with 1 winner. Anyways, well, let's get started. So rule number 1 of Boozlesnap is that the first card is always valid. And let's write down information about it. The arrow will always point to whoever just played. So, up just played. They played a green card. The boozle glyph on the card is a llama, and there are 2 of them. Now, first card is always valid. It's up. So we have all of our information. Let's go to the next player by pressing that button. So play always proceeds in clockwise order. That was the right player. They played an Jade Card. It is an echo, and there are 2 of them. So let's go to our module rules. I have some highlighted from earlier, but let's go through the rules. If the played card is in the same family as the previous card, it is legal if the 2 cards have different glyph group parodies. What does this mean? So, looking at the top right, we'll see that each of the numbered colors are a family, is the head of the family, with the family consisting of the 2 colors around it. For example, the red family would be rose, red, and orange. The lime family would be yellow, lime, and green. The gray family would be white, gray, and black, etc. I'll get to the numbers later. But these are the families that the module refers to. So, are the 2 cards in the same family? Well, azure is in the sign family and green is in the line family. So, that does not apply. So, note to that. Next, if the play card is in the same glyph group, we scroll down and we see that our glyphs were llama and echo. Llama is here, echo is in here. That's group 1 and 3. Those are different glyph groups. So that rule also does not apply. So let's cross this one out. Finally, if the played card is the same count as the previous card. So we look at it. Each card had a count of 2, so this does apply. So let's read the rest of the rule. Play card has the same count as the previous card. It is legal if the 2 cards are in adjacent numbered color families. The color families are on page 3, being red, lime, cyan, violet, and gray, numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, if we look at the top right, I've written numbers to number them out instead of reading in the text to make it a little easier to visualize. So, if we look at this, green is in the 2nd group, in the line group, and azure is in the 3rd group, the cyan group. 2 and 3 are adjacent numbers here, so this is a valid card. It's a completely valid card. Now, one note about adjacency that may or may not come up is that in this case, 1 is adjacent to 5. So if you had a white card with 2 boozle glyphs and an orange card with 2 boozle glyphs, that would be valid, because 1 is adjacent to 5 in this on this module in terms of families. Anyways, we've gotten that out of the way. This was legal, so we proceed to the next player. So, going in clockwise order, now we have the down player playing a line card. This is a delta. There are 3 of them. So, let's go through our rules again. Same families and as the green card, we have azure and lime, not in the same family. So let's go. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So let's go next. Play card is in the same glyph group. We have echo and delta. Echo and delta are indeed in the same glyph group. So let's read that's group 1. Let's read the rest of the rule. The played card is in the same glyph group as the previous card. It is legal if the difference between the counts is exactly 1. So, again, it counts. Last one was 2, this one is 3. Difference between 2 and 3 is 1. Exactly 1. So, that's a legal card. Let's go to the next card. This one was played from the left. It is a Jade card. It is another Delta, I'm pretty sure. Yep, and there are 2 of them. So, let's look at our families. We can see that Lime and Jade are in different families, Jade being in the Cyan family, Lime being in the Lime family. So, let's go to our next rule. If the card is in the same glyph group, well, obviously Delta is in the same glyph group as Delta. I sure hope it is. So, we are looking at the difference between the counts. The difference between the counts are indeed exactly 1, so this is another valid card. So let's go to the next card and play. Okay, up player has played a yellow card. Let's get rid of that. This Boozle glyph is a Bravo, and there are 5. So first, let's check our adjacencies. Jade and yellow are different. Jade is in Cyan, yellow is in Lime. We've been over this before. And Delta and Bravo are indeed in the same glyph group. They're both in group 1, so do the counts differ by exactly 1? Well, no. 2 and 5 do not differ by exactly 1. Therefore, this is an illegal card. They must be punished. So, let's punish them. That was the up player. So what do we do from here? How do we punish them? Well, ejecting the player, this part of the manual, we'll go over how to do that. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to look at this table, we're going to find the color yellow, and we're going to look on the count of the card. The count of the card is 5, so we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These numbers refer to positions in the serial number. And what we're going to do with these positions in the serial number is take their base 36 digits, which, if you're not familiar with that, is the numbers 0 through 9 stay the numbers 0 through 9, while the letters become their numeric position in the alphabet, plus 9 to account for the first 9, well, the first 10, including 0, but for the numbers 1 through 9 being before them in base 36. So, essentially, if it doesn't make sense, just if you have a character, if you have a letter, add 9 to it. Okay, so our key number will be those summed up in base 10. So we're not in base 36 anymore, so let's do it. First character is a J. J is the 10th letter, and we're adding 9. And the 4th is Hotel. Hotel is the 8th number, and that's 98. 8th number, and we're at 8th letter, and we're adding 9. 6. We have a 9 as the 6th serial number character. And by the way, I'm going right to left. It doesn't matter what order you add them in. That's just, the way I was counting them right to left because we started at yellow. So if we just did 6, now on the 5th character is India. India is the 9th character. We're going to add 9 again. That's a little confusing, how many 9s in a row. And the last one is 6, as that's the 3rd character, so we're adding 6. Now let's put this in a calculator, if I can find it. There we go. 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 6. 69. Great number. So what do we do with this key number? Well, that's where the glyph on the card comes in. So that glyph was a Bravo in group 1. That is the second glyph in the group. Alpha would be first, Bravo would be second, etc. So since that's the second, we go to rule 2. This is, if it's the first in the group, this is the second in the group. So rule 2 states, if the glyph of the illegal card is in the second in its group, press the eject button when the 2 seconds digits modulo 8 equals 7 minus the key number modulo 8. Eject button being the red button in the direction of the player who played the bad card. So first, let's find 69 modulo, what is this, 8? Yeah, so let's just subtract 8 until we get a number. So 69 modulo 8 is 5. So we want to press the eject button when the 2 seconds digits modulo 8 equals 7 minus that. So 7 minus 5 is 2. So we want to press it when the seconds digits modulo 8 equals 2. I'm I'm just going to do it for 42. This is the up player, the arrow says it is. So that player has been ejected. Their I guess, direction has turned to gray, and the next player has played a card. You don't have to press the next button in this case. Now, however, even though the one below it is an illegal card, we still play off of that card. This is not considered a first card anymore, so let's check this card's validity. The right player played it, it was red, it also looks like a Bravo, and that is 4. So let's get rid of this to not be confusing. There we go. Okay, so are they in the same family? Are red and yellow in the same family? Let us check. So red and yellow, not in the same family, red and lime families. So I'm going to go to the next rule. If the played card is in the same glyph group as the previous card, well, obviously we have Bravo again. Bravo is in the same glyph group as Bravo. Module really likes glyph group 1. Anyways, so what do we do there? If the difference between the counts is exactly 1, 5 minus 4 is exactly 1. Well, the absolute value, but you get what I'm trying to say. So this is a legal card. So we go to the next player. That was from the down player. They played a red India Boozle glyph. Let me just check. Yes, India Boozle glyph, and there are 2 of them. So red is in the same family as red, of course. Duh. So let's look at that rule. If the played card is in the same family as the previous card, it is legal if the 2 cards have different glyph group parodies. So what does that mean? So parody, in this case, parody means the group number, whether it's even or odd. So if we take a look at these, group 1 and group 3 are odd group parodies, while group 2 and group 4 are even group parodies. 2 and 4 are even numbers, 1 and 3 are odd numbers. So let's look at this. Before we had Bravo, which was in group 1, and now we have India, which is in group 2. 1 and 2 have different glyph group parodies, so therefore this card is legal. So, that's a legal card, we'll go next. That one came from the left, that is a rose card. It is, I think that's a delta. Yeah, it is, and there are 4 of them. So, if we check our little chart in the top right, rose and red are in the red family. So, we need to check if they have different parodies again. India and Delta are once again in group 2 and group 1. Those were our last 2 cards. So those are different parodies. This is a valid card. Let's go next. And we skip the top player. They have been ejected. This card is black just to show the white color. Anyways, so our next card is played by the right player. It's white. It is a Zulu, and there are 4 of them. So let's see. Same family, rose and white are not in the same family. Glyph group, Delta and Zulu, that's 1 and 4, not the same glyph group. Same count, yes, both of them had a count of 4, so we're going to look. If the 2 cards are in adjacent numbered color families. So if we look at our chart, the red is at 1, and white is, rose is in red, which is 1, while white is in gray, which is at 5. And remember what I said earlier about 1 and 5 being adjacent in this case. So, because they are adjacent, this is a legal card. We will go next. Okay, from the down player, we have red card. It is Delta, there are 5 of them. So, are the families the same? They aren't. Delta and Zulu are in different glyph categories. 4 and 5 are different numbers. This is a blatantly illegal card. It doesn't even try to follow any of the rules of Boozlesnap. Shame on the down player. So we have to eject them. Let's eject them. So, take red. Let's find it. There it is. And let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, let's just say that this count was 2. We would only take the sum of the first and the third digits. Well, rather, first and the third serial number characters. Since we got a 5 again, because the module is not being very nice, we're going to take the sum of all 5. So let's do that again. First is J, which is 10 plus 9, third is 6, second is 0, fifth is India, which is 9 plus 9, and then sixth is a 9. Okay, let's put that in the calculator. Okay, so our key number is 52 for this card, for this illegal card. And since it was a delta, delta is the third in the group, so we're going to go to the third rule down here, which states if the illegal card isn't the third in its group, press the eject button when the 2 second digits modulo 9 equals the key number modulo 9. So, what's 52 modulo 9? Let's find out. We'll just subtract 9. Oh, it was 7. So, now that we have 7, we want to find when the 2 second digits modulo 9 equals 7. So 36 plus 7 is going to be 43. So let's eject the down player at 43. Okay. That was some quick mental math. I've never done quicker mental math in my life. Anyways, so now we have 2 players left, so just left and right will play cards. So let's continue. Let's just erase things to be more clear. And I'm going to speed through these just to keep, the timer short. So we have left, yellow, X-ray, 5. Red and yellow are in different groups. Delta and X-ray are in different groups. 5 and 5 means that we want adjacent numbered color families. Red and yellow are indeed in adjacent numbered color families. This is valid. We have right playing a green, delta 2. Yellow and green are in the same family, which means it's legal if the 2 cards have different glyph group parodies. Let's check these. Where is it? Delta, and the last one was X-ray. 1 and 4 have different parodies. This is valid. Left was a Jade. It's an Echo. Let's just capitalize this. And there are 3 of them. Is green and Jade in the same family? No, Jade is in cyan, green is in lime. So, but Delta and Echo are in the same group. Should have checked that first. If the difference of the counts are exactly 1, 2 minus 3 is 1. Let's continue. Right is 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, right is black. There are 4 of them, and that's a delta. Jade and black are not in the same family, but Echo and Delta are in the same glyph group, and there's a difference of 1, so that's valid. Left played a magenta. There is 1 of them, and this is not one that I know off the top of my head. This is a Mike. So, let's see. Black and magenta, not in the same family. Delta and Mike, not in the same glyph group. And 4 and 1, not the same count. This is a blatantly illegal card. How are we going to punish the left player? We find magenta. Where is it? And then we find the 4th character. 1, 2, 3, 4 is hotel. Hotel is, what, 10th character? 8th character, sorry. 8 plus 9 is going to be 17. And since Mike is the 2nd, we want to find, our key number is 17 rather. We want to find the key number modulo 8. So that's going to be 1. 7 minus 1 is 6. So we want to press the eject button when the 2 second digits modulo 8 is 6. So let's just hit on 6. Let's hope my mental math is right as well. And that's a solved module. I hope you enjoyed this, and please, learn all of the modding jam modules. They're all pretty cool. Thanks for watching, I guess.